We open with Russ Holliday in the middle of a major college football moment, about to score the winning touchdown. But in a gut-wrenching turn, he drops the ball before crossing the goal line. The crowd reacts. The opposing team recovers and the championship is lost. In the aftermath, Russ's emotional state spirals. He lashes out in rage and ends up in a confrontation on the sidelines. That confrontation tragically involves a fan, a child in a wheelchair, and a moment that will haunt Russ. Years pass. About 8 years later, Russ is living a much humbler, less glamorous life. He's drifted from fame. He helps with his father's prosthetic makeup business, doing deliveries of masks, wigs, and latex prosthetics to film or studio lots. A moment of inspiration. While driving on a lot, Russ passes a billboard featuring Mrs. Doubtfire, the old Robin Williams film, and has a creative flash, disguise, and reinvention. He visits a college campus, South Georgia University, where the Catfish team is holding open tryouts. They've lost their top 2 quarterbacks. He begins assembling a disguise, using prosthetic materials from his father's shop, combined with wigs, makeup, and a new persona. In the process, he runs into Danny, the team's mascot. Danny mistakes or fears Russ might be something dangerous. They confront each other, but eventually Russ reveals he's just trying to disguise himself. Danny is intrigued and he offers to help Russ with the prosthetics, hair, and Chad Powell's identity. Russ tries on the disguise fully, facial prosthetics, wig, new accent, new mannerisms. They pick a name, Chad Powers. Russ practices being Chad, improvising a backstory, fumbling through identity questions. Where's your birth certificate? Student ID? The comedic tension is that Russ is not particularly convincing. He stumbles, improvises, overthinks, but Danny coaches him through the rough edges. They drive toward the tryout venue in Georgia. Russ is Chad. Chad, Russ in disguise, arrives among dozens of walk-on hopefuls. He's anxious and guarded. He can't let his guard slip. He interacts with other players, dealing with skepticism and hostility. Some glance at him oddly. Assistant coach Ricky, daughter of the head coach, senses something strange about Chad's posture, accents, story. She gives him a skeptical look. Chad attempts drills, agility, throws, footwork. Some successful, others shaky. He can still show flashes of his old talent. The coaching staff and the head coach, Jake Hudson, observe. They discuss among themselves a player who looks interesting but might be damaged or unstable. Chad faces internal conflict. Memories and self-doubt creep in. He questions whether he's making a huge mistake. Ricky confides in Chad or casually engages him about her own background. She was a former track athlete who got injured, now serving as an assistant coach and balancing expectations, nepotism, and skepticism from others. Chad feels drawn to her but must maintain his cover. The head coach asks Chad offhand about enrollment. Chad is evasive. He is challenged. Are you registered? I need school transcripts, birth certificate, etc. Russ, as Chad worries, how will he produce the paperwork? How does he prove he is legitimately a student? Meanwhile, Danny remains the only person who knows Chad's secret, helping Russ stay in character and adjusting prosthetics in precarious moments.